welcome back. Today is the Q&A video that I have been talking about for probably way too long. I wanted to make sure there was enough time for people to submit questions, and I got a lot of great questions, so I'm really excited to do this Q&A video. There's a pretty wide range of questions. There's it goes from personal to like business to career, lots of questions. So let's jump right in. Oh, I want to say really quickly, I'm not going to say the names of the people asking the questions. A lot of them came through my YouTube email and not through social media, so I don't know if I'm supposed to say people's names or what, so I'm just going to leave them out. If you want to comment down below that was your question, but I just don't want to, out anybody that doesn't want to be outed with their question. Okay, now here we go. Question number one. This is the only personal question about me, so I'll just start with this one. When did you first realize you wanted to be an actress, and what was the first step you took after that? I don't know exactly what age I was when I was like, I'm gonna be an actress. But a relative of mine tells me that she remembers coming to visit my grandma's house when I was 5 and me telling her, I'm going to be an actress. And she was like, well, okay. I do remember always being really into movies and kind of reenacting scenes out of them. I was an only child, so that happens when you're an only child. You have to have a very active imagination to keep busy. But I don't know exactly when that moment was that I was sure that that's what I wanted to do. I just kind of feel like it was always there. I don't ever remember wanting to be anything else really. Oh, I did want to be an ice skater for a little while because my grandma and I used to watch ice skating all the time. We would tape it and rewatch the tapes. So I took ice skating lessons and it lasted 2 weeks. And then I didn't want to do it anymore. My parents were like, okay. But I know that by the time I was in, junior high and high school, I was really wanting to do plays and stuff. And that was the first step in my career, really, was doing a play. The first play I did, I think, was in junior high. And it was a one-woman show. It was called Sorry, Wrong Number. It was, it was a really fun experience, and I was definitely hooked on it, and continued to do plays in high school, and I joined drama club and all that good stuff. And then, right out of high school, moved to LA and started studying at an acting conservatory and began my career. Okay, question number 2. Do casting directors or movie producers care more about if you've had more experience acting in different films and plays, or do they prefer someone who has done more training and attended more workshops and acting classes? They like to see credits, but they also really want you to be studying. There's nothing worse than someone who's got some credits, and so you bring them in for an audition, and then it's clear that they've never taken an acting class in their life. So really, it's a combo. When you first create that first resume, you want to make sure you have a couple credits on there, but you also want to have some classes listed. You want to make sure that you do your work and get your feet wet before you start trying to submit for projects, because anyway, you're probably not ready, to be honest. Let's say that you just jump right in and start submitting yourself, and by chance you get a job and then they give you direction and you don't know what to do with it. Really make sure that you are prepared. If I had to choose credits or acting classes, I would say acting classes, especially if you're brand new. They know that you're not just going to be able to pull credits out of the blue, and they won't appreciate it if you have fake credits on there. So I would say that they'd probably prefer to see that you're at least in classes. Hopefully you can find a class where it's a really reputable teacher and they at least know oh, they study with so-and-so, okay. So that could be helpful, versus if you have some random short film on there as a credit. Who knows what that thing is, or if it's even on IMDb or any of that. So, does that answer that? Okay. All right, here's another one. What's the difference between acting for cable television and acting in movies? This is kind of a long, complicated answer, and you would definitely learn more about this in an audition class. But the short answer is timing. I mean, in a movie, there's a lot more time. So let's say the movie is 2 hours, and that will take anywhere from 13 to 60 days to shoot, maybe even longer if it's a really big budget and there's a lot of locations and stuff. So that comes down to timing, because in a cable or a network TV show, there's even a difference between acting in a cable or a network show, because when something is on the network, they have a very like usually a half-hour episode really is 22 minutes because the other part is commercials and stuff. So everything kind of moves a lot faster. Whether it's comedy or drama, it moves a lot more quickly when it's TV. When it's cable, like an hour-long cable show on Netflix or something, or if it's a film, there's a lot more time. Not only a lot more time to shoot, but also more time when it's airing. So the actual project itself is longer. So that means in your acting, you're able to take a lot more of those like delicious pauses. You can get away with a lot more beats, and beats are pauses. It's just, it's so hard to explain. It's just kind of a different medium, a different vibe. TV is just so fast paced, and you just go, 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 especially when you're shooting and they gotta move on to the next thing. If you're doing a soap opera, I know they have like heavy beats and stuff, but it's fast. Like you get 1 or 2 takes, and then they move on, whether you got the line totally right or not. Whereas in a movie, they might spend an entire day on like a half-page scene. But the similarity is you still have to have a want and a need for your character and an obstacle. You have to know who they are. You need to put the same amount of work into preparing to act in film or TV. But in a film, because you have more time, you will have more time to prepare. Whereas in TV, you have to like get off book and memorize and prepare and figure all your stuff out much quicker. Okay, next question. What to wear to an audition? Makeup? Wear what suits the character. If the character is a nurse or a doctor or a soldier or a cop, wear something not full uniform. Don't go all out with your, wardrobe, but wear something that resembles or gives the idea of that character. If it's just a person, like literally just someone that is kind of relatable to your own self, be comfortable. Don't worry so much about what they really want this person to look like. Hopefully they can use their imaginations. Just be comfortable and wear what you feel like you would dress like if you were that character. And makeup, again, just look like yourself. Don't go full on heavy stage makeup, because in person it doesn't look good. I know that on camera you want to really pop and everything, and you should, look really good, and take your skin and make sure it's really moisturized and everything, but not like crazy full makeup. It doesn't look good. And when you pile on the makeup, it does make you look older. If your character is a girl in a club, you're gonna have on some heavier eye makeup. If your guy is like a mountain man, you want to make sure you have your beard and scruff. It's pretty basic, go with your intuition. Don't go overboard and don't go underboard. If you're supposed to be a businessman, don't show up in shorts. They want to see that you care about what you're doing, and that you're putting some effort into it and that you've done your homework. So make sure you go with what you really feel would be right for that character. Okay, so my next question is kind of a detailed one. This one is a person who wants to know a lot about the business of acting, meaning like taxes and all that good stuff. So basically they want to know if you're going to need 2 different bank accounts when you move to LA, like, and become an actor. Your regular accounts for like, everyday stuff like groceries and rent and all that. And then the other, stuff like your acting classes and everything. I've never had 2 separate bank accounts personally. I just make sure I keep record of everything, and I keep them in 2 separate filing boxes in my house, all my receipts, or in different parts of my email folders. I file them separately, but you don't need 2 different bank accounts, no. And then they listed a few questions here that are really specific to like what you can write off and stuff when you do your taxes. First of all, let me say that make sure you get an accountant who is very familiar with doing taxes for people in the industry, because our incomes are bananas. Sometimes you'll have like 14 different employers for that year because you did different jobs and they all have different payroll services, and it gets really confusing. But I can answer a couple of these questions, like, can the acting classes you take be claimed? Yes, they can. Mileage driving to auditions? Yes. Or if you have a lease, I believe you can write off the lease. Do you know if the actual moving expenses to LA can be claimed? That I do not know. I would guess the answer is no, but that's something you have to ask your accountant. Can you write off the equipment purchased for your home submission studio? I do every time, whether that results in me booking the job or not. Auditioning is part of me making an income as an actor, so... Oh, that reminds me, I should say that I was told that in order to write anything off as an actor, you have to make some sort of money as an actor, no matter the amount, big or small. But again, confirm that with your tax person. But yes, I write off the equipment for my studio, my lights and my camera and all that stuff that I purchased. Can you write off headshots, membership fees to casting websites, personal website fees? Yes, yes, yes. All of the expenses to support the actor. Yes, I mean, this, you have to spend money to make money to be an actor. I don't want to say that the IRS knows that or not, but I want to say that your accountant will know that or not. But just save every receipt. That is my biggest piece of advice when it comes to taxes, being an actor. Save every receipt, keep record of every audition you go on, keep a little log so that you can, and write the location so that if you ever have to calculate mileage, you can do that. And keep on top of it, like month by month. And when you get paychecks, like keep a little log of your paychecks too, so that at the end of the year, it's not all at once. You got to do all this stuff. And then this same person has a question about income as an actor. If you are lucky enough to receive payment, which you should if you do a job, unless you're agreeing to do work for free, is it usually freelance money with no taxes taken out, or is it a normal W-2 taxes taken out pay? You can choose either. At every different job, you fill out your paperwork, and I have written exempt on there before so that I got no money taken out, and then it was mine and my accountant's job to, pay out those taxes at the end of the year. Or you can choose to file, however many dependents you have, to have your money taken out from the paycheck. So that's up to you. If you do a print job, usually there's no taxes taken out, and that money is sent to your agent, and then they send it to you. And then you do have to pay taxes on that later, but most often a print job, they do not take the taxes out. But film and TV, they pretty much always do. I did find a little bit of information on turbotax.com with some of these questions, asking like how much do you have to make in order to deduct something as an actor and stuff like that. Basically, the IRS needs to know that this is a business, and then it gives you a website that I'll post down below that is specifically on irs.gov. And it's basically like, is this a business or is it a hobby? Because when it's a hobby, you cannot deduct anything that relates to it. So I'll post that info down in the description box for you. Okay, so here's another question. It says, I think this falls under branding yourself as in keeping a consistent physical appearance. This is a mother asking about her son who's going to be moving to LA to pursue a career, and they're just kind of getting started, getting all their ducks in order. It says, my son keeps a very consistent haircut. Our problem is the glasses situation. He truly wears chunky black plastic frames every day. Most roles for stage and student films, he takes them off. His last set of headshots, we did half on and half off. Does he truly need to choose and commit to one solid look? No, he does not need to choose and commit to one solid look, especially if he wants to do commercials. For commercials, you should have headshots that represent every different look that you can pull off. Obviously don't go too crazy, but if he has chunky black glasses and those make him look and feel a certain way, he should definitely have headshots that represent that, and then headshots that represent without the glasses, maybe more cleaned up or less cleaned up, or more casual. Whatever the differences are in what those glasses do for him, like the way they make him feel or make him look, because wardrobe and accessories can change everything about the way that you feel as an actor, even when you're taking photos. So make sure that all the sides of yourself that you do best are represented. Now for theatrical, you have to be a little more careful as far as hair and stuff like that. Like for women, if you are blonde in your headshot, don't run out and dye your hair brown immediately after that, because they may really be looking for a blonde for this role, and then you come into the room and you're brunette and they're like, what? So if you are going to change your hair colors, or even if if you're a guy and you have a beard and sometimes you shave it, you do need to have headshots with both, and let your agent know what your current look is so that they're submitting that. And sometimes they'll even submit different photos for different stuff. So make sure you're on the same page with your agent and manager as to what's being submitted and what casting directors think they're going to see when you walk in the door. But no, the short answer is no, you don't have to commit to a certain look. This is LA. People change their looks all the time. You should just feel good about what you're presenting. You should not be putting on like a false person, because in an audition that can really come through if you're faking it. Yeah. And the last question that I'm going to read off for you today: how do you get an agent or agency? Best advice on castings. Best advice on castings? I did have a couple videos on auditioning and stuff like that. If there's a more specific question, dear person who sent this question, if there's a more specific question about casting, email it to me and I'll, write you back directly and give you an answer. And the other part to your question, how to get an agent. Funny you should ask, because I'm planning to do a video on that very soon. I'm sorry that's kind of a cliffhanger and I'm not able to answer it right this second, but it is complicated and it absolutely deserves a full video on it, if not two. So I'll be doing a video soon, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. Thank you guys so much for submitting questions for this Q&A video. I really have been looking forward to doing it. And if you have more questions, please submit them. You can do it through my email. You can submit to me on Twitter, or you can write a message on Instagram or on my Facebook fan page. I mean, this is why I make these videos. I had all these questions myself at one point, and I love answering them for you guys, so that it just takes away a little bit of the stress of this insane business that we chose. So I really hope that was helpful to you guys. And I love connecting with you, so stay in touch, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.